use sneezing to fight the targeting. Like, subscribe, share, comment, 'cause you're beautiful this way. So I would ask you guys to please listen to the end. So the specific kind of targeting that I'm talking about is when they hit you with a kind of DEW that they hit you directly in the throat. It causes an intense itching. Uh, it's more than itching. It's itching and irritation, and then it causes you to start coughing. Right? It can actually cause so much irritation that a ton of mucus builds up at the same time, and it can cause you to start choking on that mucus. So how the Lord has led me to fight this is to sneeze. Sneeze. And you can even do a fake sneeze. So once you notice that itch, because the itch, when it settles in, it's usually slight and subtle, and then it just gets really intense. Once you notice it while it's subtle, you can just fake sneeze. You know, achoo, achoo. Maybe a little harder than that. But you don't have to do it really, really hard, especially if that's in and of itself is irritating. But I'll do that, and I do that now, and the itch never even builds up mucus anymore. It used to make me cough and almost choke on my mucus, and now it's just like, it's really truly minimal. And now it's almost like nothing, because every time they hit me, even when I'm praying, yeah, I have to stop my prayer for a few seconds and achoo, achoo, achoo. And sometimes it's not much more than what I just did now. Sometimes I have to go a little harder, but I don't want that to become a problem. So I definitely don't do it as hard as I can or anything like that. And so I recommend you guys try that. And the reason I'm telling you this is because of the Lord. 110%, a million percent to the Lord, because they used to hit me while I was cooking. They do lots of things while I'm cooking, but they would hit me in the throat like this. And the Lord would do this. I have no other explanation. It is the Lord. Somehow that itch would go from my throat to my nose, and then I would sneeze. And I'm like, wait a second, they were hitting me in my throat. Why am I sneezing? Well, the Lord was doing this. And so this would prevent me from starting to, having to cough and maybe even gag as I'm sitting there trying to prepare food. And I cook all my food, y'all. I don't eat out. Praise God. And so, eventually, the Lord did this quite a few times, and sometimes He still does that. But eventually, the Lord kind of like allowed me to discern that it's the same effect, even if I just fake sneeze. And so, this might be helpful to you guys. To what extent, I don't know, because none of this would I be doing if it wasn't from the Lord. I'm only sharing this with you guys because I feel like the Lord wants me to share with you what He's doing. And for a lot of UTIs who don't really want to serve the Lord, you talk a good talk. You talk a good talk. You won't pay tithes and offerings, but you'll also go to mysticism, occultic practices, apocryphal texts. You'll go to stuff that's outside of the Bible too. It's like you don't really trust God. You don't think God can carry you through this program, so you'll take a little bit of God, but He's not really good enough. So you'll go to other stuff as well. Some of you guys go to fortune tellers. I'm just like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? But you won't pay tithes and offerings. You refuse to help the poor, and that's where y'all are shooting yourselves in the foot. Because everything I've shared, I just did a previous video on deep breathing and how that helps fight the DEWs. All of this comes from the Lord. All of this. The Lord has led me to learn all of this stuff about meditation. I had no interest in meditation. I had no interest in any of this deep breathing. The whole sneeze thing, I'm like, the Lord just kind of blew my mind. I'm like, He has a sense of humor. And He's wonderful the way He protects me at the same time. But that's about it. I send my love out to all you beautiful born again TIs. Really quickly, like I said, tithe your money to the Lord and help the poor. Every time you get resources, you will be blessed. And tithe your time to the Lord through prayer and reading His Word. I'm telling you, He makes this program out to be a pathetic joke for me. He will do the same thing for you guys if you obey what He has me teaching and preaching. God bless.